Okay, yesterday we started solving basic equations. Today we want to try ones that are a little bit more challenging. This went really well first hour. You guys are an extremely intelligent group, so I think it'll go well second hour as well. And so we pick up with problem 4a in the front. We'll do the problems on the back. You'll have time to work. We have 48 plus 2x equal to 6x. What's different about this type of problems, we have x's on both sides. It's okay to have x's on both sides. Sometimes your teachers may tell you, always put x on the left-hand side. You don't have to do that. You just have to decide which side you want the x's on. I'm going to put them on the right-hand side. What remains on the left-hand side is 48, and what remains on the right-hand side is 4x. I've solved by dividing by 4. I get 12 is equal to x. If you are a person who says, I always want my x's on my left-hand side, go ahead and move the 9x over. And you get 9x minus 36 is equal to 0. It does require an extra step at this point to add the 36 over. And we get 9x is equal to 36. Divide by 9, x is 4. Everybody good there? All right, flip it over. Problem C, you have numbers and you have x's in different spots. Just decide where you want your x's on the left or the right. Birthday girl, would you like your x's on the left or the right?
Add the 2.
Okay, so she wants them on the left-hand side. She's going to add that 2x over here. That's fine. We get 12x plus 3 is equal to negative 9. We subtract that 3. We get 12x is equal to negative 12. Divide by 12. X is negative 1. So I think you could handle D just fine. I want you to try E on your own. I want you to start by distributing the 2. Try E on your own. Distribute the 2 first. Gather your terms and divide. Make sure that you check with your partner to see what answer they got as well.
If you were working hard. Yeah, I'm here to help you. Okay, so I changed the problem on the answer key. That's maybe why it's not matching. Okay. And you'll see up front here, that's how I had changed the problem. So, yep, exactly. No.
No.
Okay.
You're supposed to do E. Okay. You do your thing.
Let me finish up this and then we'll go over it
Do
together.
your thing. Keep
All right.
doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I know. 6.
0.16.
I got 1-6. Everybody good with 1-6?
Yep.
Good. Okay, we want to get past the point where we're getting these problems wrong on the test. This is one we all want to be able to say we can lock that in. We practiced this for multiple years. We feel good about it. Let's do F together, and then we're going to get to the ones that look really complicated, but I'm going to make them look really simple for you. And you're going to be like, wow, never knew that. Okay? You tell me, letter F, where should we start? You're the excellent mathematician. Show me what you got. Keaton, what up, dog?
Distribute.
Distribute what?
4 into x and negative 7.
Okay, 4 distributes, and I get 4x minus 28. Now what?
Distribute the 2 into
Distribute the dos, which is Spanish for 2. So I got 4x minus 28 plus 2x minus 10 is equal to 3x minus 1. Now you got a bunch of stuff on one side. You're going to gather your like terms together. Notice the 4x and the 2x, that together makes 6x. And the negative 28 and the negative 10 make negative 38. That's equal to 3x minus 1. Want your x's on your left or your right? Where do you want them, Nolan? Left or right? It's up to you.
Right.
He wants to put more on the right-hand side, so we're going to subtract 6x. So I got negative 38 equals negative 3x minus 1. Add my 1 to both sides. I have negative 37 is equal to negative 3x. Divide by negative 3, and you get 37 over 3. Sometimes people are coming up with an answer of 37 over 3, and they're like, oh, I must have done something wrong because that's not a real number. You're darn right that's a real number. and I like to give answers like that because people don't just guess and check that kind of stuff. Get my point? So that's a good answer. All right, so let's move to something that's a little bit more challenging, but is going to turn out to be nice and easy, and that will be letter A. Notice the fractions. Do the fractions give you a little bit of anxiety? You say, I don't like it. Yeah, you want to get rid of it, right? It's like, let's get rid of the fractions all together. I'm going to show you how to get rid of the fractions. Okay? Just requires one step. And that is we're going to multiply through by a certain number. And to pick the number, you have to figure out what the common denominator would be. What would be the common denominator in that problem? 18. So once you've got 18, we just, hey, don't go anywhere. Where'd you go?
You're not on the marker.
Silly me. All right. Bring that back here. Every once in a while, the board gets the best of you.
Yeah.
We multiplied by 18.
The entire thing?
Yes. That's the rule for an equation. You can't just multiply part. You got to multiply everything. Now, here's where people get confused. People say, Mr. Gates, I didn't understand what you were doing when you did that. Well, focus. I'm going to show you. When you multiply 4/9, you divide by the bottom, you multiply by the top. Divide by the bottom, multiply by the top. What's 18 divided by 9? 2 times 4? 8. So you get 8x. We'll do the next one. Plus, what's 18 divided by 2?
9.
Times 3?
27.
What's 18 divided by 3?
6.
Times 2? What's 18 times 2? Folks, you've got a brand new equation. Could you solve that one if I asked you to?
Yeah.
Well, yes. In fact, we're not even going to solve that right now. I know you guys could do that. The whole point is that we get it to that form. Once you get it to that form, you would know what to do, wouldn't you? So, I'm going to help you out here, and then you're going to try this a little bit on your own. You tell me what's the number that you would multiply through by here. 14 is the common denominator, so I want you to try just get it to that form, okay? See if you can multiply through by the 14 and come up with a new expression. Divide by the bottom, multiply by the top. Divide by the bottom, multiply by the top. You guys got it. You're super smart. The best of the best.
Oh, yeah.
So for the x, we just do 14 times x, so it'd be just 14x?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Callie, why the Iowa sweatshirt?
He's gonna forget them all.
Because you live in Minnesota. That's why not.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Did Mr. Luther pay you to say that?
Oh.
I have an Iowa sweatshirt at my house.
Let me wear it.
I use it to pick up the dog crap in the backyard.
No, you gonna let him talk to you like that?
We accept all college opportunities. Just didn't know. Sometimes when people wear an Iowa shirt in a Minnesota Presence, I don't know if they're looking at kind of like, you know.
Is that your honesty?
No? All right. The honesty piece? You're right. I need to be honest. I don't actually have an Iowa sweatshirt at home. I use it as a pooper scooper for the dogs. All right. You should get 14 divided by 7 is 2 times 3 is you should have 6x. 14 divided by 2 is 7, times 1 is 7. You should get a 14x and minus a 8. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Try his last two, and then you guys are good to go. What do I multiply through right here? 10. 10 divided by 5 is 2, times 2 is 4x. 10 divided by 2 is, times 3 is 15. 10 times 2x, 20x. And 10 times negative 3? Oh, we got one more to look at. That's problem B up here. And problem B looks just a little bit different, but it's no big deal. Notice our denominators are 3 and 6. So what would be the common denominator? It would be 6. Just to be clear, if you chose 12, you could still get the same answer. But I'm going to choose 6. Don't worry about the parentheses. 6 divided by 3 is 2, times 2 is 4. So this becomes 4 times x plus 2. Okay, 4 times x plus 2. Notice you don't distribute the 6 to the x and the 2. It gets distributed with the 4 when you do the 4 later. 6 divided by 6 is 1, and I get 5 times x minus 6. And then you'll be able to solve from there. Okay?
Are we solving it, or do we?
Nope, we're just going to leave it. You guys know how to solve those. We've already practiced that. I'm teaching you how to get rid of fractions. I have moved some of the answer keys up here, okay, to try to make space. Right now, does somebody have the answer key for this class?
I don't.
I thought I had it.
I don't have it.
I'm not seeing it on that wall.
It teleported.
Okay, I'll find it. Sometimes my workspace gets a little bit messy. It's my problem. I got to work through it. But I do have an answer key. I'll have it posted up here so you can check.
So you want us to swear?
The backside?
Yep.